What is going on, everyone, and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to initiate coverage on advanced micro devices, ticker symbol AMD, and they trade on the NASDAQ exchange. So as I'm shooting this video, the market is actually closed right now, but AMD closed at $10.13. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Jeff, and we talk everything investable on this channel. We talk stock market, cryptocurrency, real estate, and we also do financial training. So go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss any content. Alright guys, so Advanced Micro Devices is a multinational semiconductor company, and they produce computer processors and graphics cards. That's their main business focus. So here we are on the official AMD website right now. It's just AMD.com, and they have a list of all their products, their processors that they make for desktop and laptop and servers, and then over here they have a list of all the graphics cards that they make for the desktop and laptop, workstations, servers, and etc. And there is a lot of AMD chips and processors in a lot of the devices we use. We can scroll down here and take a look. Is the like right here, this new Apple iMac Pro has the Radeon Pro Vega in it, and here we go. This new Asus notebook, it actually has the AMD Ryzen CPU and the Radeon RX 580 graphics card in it. So I bet that thing's pretty powerful, right there. I'd like to check that out. Excuse me. Here we go. They introducing the world's fastest processor for ultra-thin notebooks, the AMD Ryzen mobile processors with Radeon Vega graphics, and they're also very, very involved in gaming, guys. Now, AMD has the APU and graphics card inside of the Microsoft Xbox One and the Sony PlayStation 4. I think Nvidia has the graphics card for the Nintendo Switch, but this company is involved in 2 out of the 3 major consoles. So that is a very, very, they do have some dominance in video gaming industry. And then down here at the end of the page, they have an investor section you could visit if you want. And another thing too is that here recently also they partnered with Intel. That Intel and NVIDIA are both 2 other big chip makers, and they actually partnered with Intel to start slowing NVIDIA down a little bit, and a lot of people are really excited about that. Now me personally, I don't know exactly where I stand with that yet. I like to see a little time pass, because don't confuse a partnership with an acquisition. A partnership you can just walk away from pretty much any time, but like a true acquisition, that would be where a bigger company buys a smaller company and, assumes all responsibility for it. Now, this is just a partnership, though. This is just a partnership between Intel and AMD, but I think it is something that could really, get into NVIDIA's space over the course of time, and then obviously help Intel and Advanced Micro Devices. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to look at is the last 4 earnings reports that AMD has posted. So this goes back to Q4 of 2016, and as you can see, in an overall sense, they are trending upward with their reports. But here in Q1 of 2017, they actually had guidance cut, took a step back. In Q2, they had it raised and they beat. Then in Q3, they had it raised again and they beat. But going into Q4 here, guys, is that guidance got cut. Guidance got cut, and I have a rule of thumb that I use personally that has helped me out a lot over the years, is I don't buy into a stock going into a guidance cut. Okay? Is that I would like to wait and see what kind of numbers get reported in this quarter, and then what the future guidance is going to be after that. Okay? Now, that's not me being critical of this company or trying to, talk badly about this company. That's just a personal rule of thumb I use, and I want to put you, the viewer, in the absolute best position to, make as much money and also not lose money. So, like, as you can see here, guys, they are, in an overall sense, they are moving in a very bullish direction, but they do have guidance cut, it looks like, almost every other quarter. And we are in between quarter 3 and quarter 4 earnings. And, the guidance did get lowered in quarter 4. So I would just be very, very careful there. All right, let's take a look at some of the fundamentals here. Now, let's see, right here on the top line, they have their market cap, $9.77 billion. They have a forward PE of 28.94. I don't have any problems there. And their 52-week high is $15.65. Their 52-week low would be $9.42. But then I just want to stop right here, guys, at share statistics and go down to this short percent of float right here at 21.82%. That is hideous, okay? Basically, guys, what that metric means is that almost 22% of all shareholders in this company are holding the stock short. Or basically, they are expecting, they are leveraging their investment on the company losing stock price, okay? And so that is just, that is a little bit overwhelming for me. I can't quite, I have a personal rule of thumb there as well, is that I don't invest in a company over 5%. And then I really, really have to be interested in a company to do that, okay? Is that, I consider 5% short percent of float on the high side. And so this one here is almost 22%. Another thing, too, we can jump right over here and look at their profitability, is that they have a negative profit margin and they also have a negative operating margin. So look, again, those are two big metrics I use that would turn me away from a long-term position. Obviously, I like to see negatives if I was going to go short, but I do not want to see that at all on a company I'm going long with. And they also do not pay a dividend. Guys, now I have pulled up the 1-year chart on AMD here. And also, I've just used this blue background line right here, and that is actually NVIDIA's chart. And like I said, I'm not trying to compare, NVIDIA and AMD. I'm just trying to express a point here, is that, a year ago, Advanced Micro Devices closes, at $10.66. And it looks like it had a high of about $11.23. Then we jam all the way down here a year later to today, and it closes at $10.13. Okay, so in a year's time, this company is just not making any progress. Okay, and here we can exit the NVIDIA. But you see, in these big dips, now this company does have some definite explosion. And they have some explosive power here. And I would consider a great candidate for a day trade or a swing trade. If you wanted to trade this stock inside of these dips, and try to catch them in these dips, I would not have a problem with that at all. I have never personally traded Advanced Micro Devices, but you can see this company does have some explosion back up. When it takes a big hit, it explodes back up in a short period of time. And when you get inside these dips, I would just be quick on the sell button. If you were going to do something like that, I would be real quick on that sell button, because in a year's time, this company is just not holding its value. As a matter of fact, it's taken a loss over a year, because we're $10 a year ago and we're still $10, and that's definitely not something I want to see out of a long-term position. If I'm taking that kind of a loss, even just a small loss in a year's time, I'm going to sit back and say, hey, I don't think I made a very good investment. All right, guys. So objectively, what I want to do here is put you in the best position with your portfolio. I want you making money on your positions, and I don't want you losing money. So I am going to rate Advanced Micro Devices as a hold. Okay, I feel like they have enough upside. In the past 2 years have been very big for them, in a sense that, the partnership with Intel could really play out big, and that also as we get closer and closer and move further into artificial intelligence, I feel like the chip makers are just going to become that much more valuable to our economy. And I feel like AMD has enough upside potential, okay? But I can't ignore the liabilities. I can't ignore how many people hold this stock short. I can't ignore some of the liabilities on the balance sheet. The charting doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the past year. And, like I said, we are going into a guidance cut in Q4. And so that, I can't give it a buy rating. I don't quite want to sell it either. But if you're holding this stock long term, I would try to reduce my position a little bit, and maybe 75 or 80% get out of this stock and move on to something that's a little bit more bullish right now. But I'm going to rate AMD as a hold. I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you did, drop me a like, leave me some comments, let me know what you're thinking about AMD. I'd love to hear about it. And thank you for watching my video, and have an awesome day.